All right, what is going on, everybody? We are back here for season number 5. It's good to be back at the Nemesis Gaming League where the grind continues, and we got a little bit something new happening here. We got face cams for the stream to kick off season 5. I'm Rockerman, director of Nemesis, and I got my guy right here cooking bagels. Bagels, how's it going, man? Season 5, it's underway.
Yeah, I'm I'm doing great. It's been so long. It's been 2.5 months. We've all been waiting for it to come back and finally culminated here. And we got a Titan League game to start us off. Second place finishers in Gravity going up against the new expansion orgs. Lots of games reported in already. Excited to see how all the matches come in today.
Oh yeah, it should be very exciting. I mean, Nemesis season 5. It's been a little bit of a wait. I know everyone's been waiting, and a lot of new teams out here. You can already see one of them that we are going to have in the lobby here with the Godfathers, taking on Gravity here, an expansion team. Last season, only 10 teams in Titan. This season, bumping up to 12. So things are back to that 12 team setup here, Bagels, with 6 in each conference. And these two teams, Godfathers here, coming in the Western Conference, like you said, taking on the runner-up in Gravity. And it's going to be very interesting to see, what the Godfathers have with this new roster here. But they do have some familiar faces on that roster, though.
Yeah, they do. Godfather's the new org, and Sans a little bit questionable with all the draft choices at first, but they got M dot, they got Physics. Excited to see how these newcomers come. They also got Yokes,
Yeah.
big guy in there, season 3 winner. But they're also going up against Gravity, who I just traded over Bravo to them, and Bravo kind of punches above his weight a little bit at that low 1700 MMR, and it'll be interesting to see how Yor and Dylan fit in with them.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, no golf this season. He's gone non-playing because he won't be able to make the grand finals. Trying to give his team the best possible chance to make it all the way and get some good chemistry along the way. So it should be interesting. But I think we got them all in the lobby here. So I guess we got to do our normal thing, Bagels, as people are getting their predictions in. I want to hear from you. First Titan match of the season here on stream. Who do you got in this one?
I would normally I would say I would go with my boy Goff, but Goff is not playing. But I guess it's my boy Bravo now. I made sure to try and trade him over to a team where he would be starting, and I'm excited to see what he can do. Pull out a freestyle something or other, flip reset double. I don't know, but I got to go with Dylan, Yor, and Bravo on this one. But hey, I have a feeling it's going to be close.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a close one too. We're definitely gonna have to see here as the teams are joining up in the lobby here. Godfathers versus Gravity, getting things kicked off. The new overlay on stream here. Let's get things underway as these two teams are joining up. We've got a new team colors, which we haven't talked about, but you can see Gravity rocking the whites here, and then the Godfathers with their black and red team colors, and we're gonna have to see how that plays out. Bagels, there's a shot already coming on net, and Yor is coming in with the dunk, and the first goal on stream goes to Yor.
Yeah, big setup from Bravo off the back wall, and another follow-up from Dylan, and just a lapse in rotation there from the Godfathers, and Yor just with the pre-flip, muscling his way through, and starting it off big for Gravity right there.
A great start for the Gravity squad here. Still, we talked about the two players there with Dylan and Yor returning from last season's runner-up team to losing to the Reapers, where you were a part of. So you're very familiar with these guys, and we know Dylan there. He's a force to be reckoned with when he is on point.
Yeah, definitely. Both these players as Yokes almost own goaling, and Yor is gonna get the second one to sneak it in there. But I mean, definitely Yor and Dylan are a formidable duo for sure. And this Gravity team still seems to be involving those short-term passing plays between each other.
Yeah, they're still finding them. Yeah, a little bit of a misplay from Yokes, but Gravity, they're still connecting out here, still looking good and making things happen. As they've already got an early 2-0 lead in this one, and we'll have to see what the Godfathers have for an answer. And first game of the season, I know Titan League players, Bagels, they've been around the block, especially, we talked about Dylan having that grand finals experience along with Yor, and I know Yokes has grand finals experience as well with Pinnacle, but some of these new players, even the former players, I guess, as well with that experience, still got to have a little bit of nerves here on opening day of the first match of the season.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even for myself, I had to play the first match with a sub up as well, and definitely felt the sweaty palms there a little bit. But you know, first game, anything could happen, but could be a long series the way these two teams are playing right now, and could easily see Game 5 between these two boys.
So far, the Godfathers still trying to make an attack here, as this one's sent off to the side and cleared out by Yor, and out to Physics, who's a new player on this Godfathers squad. Reminder: Godfathers coming as an expansion team, so they had to build their roster entirely through the draft. Titan draft, able to get the yokes, and heard a lot of good things about M. Dot, who's the captain for the Godfathers. So we'll have to see how he can perform, as the Godfathers still looking to get some pressure on here. But now, after those first two quick goals from Gravity, oh my goodness, you're almost finding a third. He was hanging around for that one. But things dying down a little bit as we have reached the halfway point. Teams kind of settled into their rhythm, if you will.
Yeah, Yor almost not really known for his clips, but almost pulling off an insane shot right there, and he's gonna get another pre-flip. Gets the double flick off the original flip right there, and Yor with the hat trick right now.
Yor's just showing up and showing off here. Stepping up in that spot where they're missing Goff, and Yor, a hat trick already, not even halfway through this game for Gravity, as they are looking to make a statement here on opening day. In game number 1 here is another booming ball down the field. M. Dot off the backboard, able to clear it down, and Bravo to the corner. Physics looking for a touch but can't find it. Bravo trying to stay with it, as this one sent out in the middle to Yor, who sends it a long way. Yokes not going to make the touch, and Dylan is going to come in and put it home. And Gravity putting on a clinic right now. They're fourth.
Yeah, Godfathers, the rotation just not there at the moment. Too many times players are scrambling last back to try and make a last-ditch touch, and more often than not, they're just not finding it. But as we bring it back to Gravity, this is what we were talking about all playoffs last season, and just their playstyle in general. They love to start off hot in these game ones, and the game one can kind of live or die. It's either they blow a team out game one, or they get blown out game one, and right now they've chosen to be in favor of themselves, and Godfathers are just struggling at the moment.
And no real pressure. And as I say that, a shot goes ringing off the crossbar there. Physics almost finding the first one. And something that we talked about, a little bit of the nerves, but it's also, trying to find that first breakthrough goal, your first goal of the season. Still looking for it here, and until you get that, things are definitely a little tense as the Godfathers trying to find it clear, but Bravo just sending it right back in. Physics going to clear it off to the side as Dylan unable to make the touch, but Bravo is coming in towards the net, and Dylan looking for a pre-flip pass to his teammate Yor, who sends it up in the middle, but nobody there. And now the counter-attack, Dylan, he's going to make the save away, as now Yor trying to clear it across. But yeah, Bagels, now only a minute remaining in this one. In Titan, a lot of times goals can be hard to come by, and especially with a minute remaining, Gravity definitely a commanding lead in this first game.
Yeah, definitely. And just under a minute left. It doesn't seem like the Godfathers are going to have much of a chance coming back here. In fact, they're only sitting at 2 shots for this whole entirety of game 1, and haven't been able to break through no matter what. Seems like Gravity's constantly in the way. In fact, Gravity, they haven't even had to make a save, so the 2 shots just off the mark here for Godfathers, and going to be looking towards game 2 for a bounce back.
You're going to have to find something here. It's only 30 seconds remaining. Still unable to get on the scoreboard. This one popped up high. Physics sending this one in the middle, and that one dangerous, but nobody there. No one really expecting that. Misses Yokes, trying to drop it to M. Physics thought about it, but decided better, and he's gonna find it. Finally, the Godfather's able to put one in. 18 seconds remaining, still down 4-1, but hey, able to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Physics finding the first goal of the season for Godfathers. Somewhat of an open net, able to slip it through, but either way, not able to get, most likely not going to be able to come back. Another 3 goals here with 18 seconds, but either way, at least some sort of confidence booster heading into game 2 to try and cool off. This Gravity squad is a bump, cutting off a 5th goal right there.
And now the time ticking away here, another one floating. And they're going to try to find him here with another great save, as Gravity is going to come out strong here in a game number 1, and a great first performance from them, Bagels.
Yeah, and not only a great performance from the team as a whole, but I'm looking at Yor somehow managing to find 3 goals with only 2 shots. I'm assuming the little pre-flip pinch off that corner resulted for that lack of a shot right there. But honestly, Yor just seemed to be the playmaker and the finisher here in this opening game one. And I mean, Gravity just outplayed Godfather. Simple as that.
Yeah, it really was simple. I mean, the first game of the season, and they come through Bagels, and I mean, that's what we expect from Gravity. Runners up last season, returning two to the three members of that starting roster, and it looked a little bit tough for Godfathers there at times. Only 5 shots as compared to 11 for Gravity. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you think the Godfathers are going to do to try to bounce back in this game number two?
I think they just need to go back to the basics. It just looked like they were scrambling around. Gravity was able to play their game, and Gravity loves to play with those small ball passing plays. And eventually, if the Godfathers aren't ready for that, they're going to get run down, no boost to work with. And we saw so many times they were just trying to scramble back and get something going for themselves, but more often than not, they just couldn't. And just got to go back to basics, maybe shorten up the comms, play a little bit more simple because Gravity's running the field right now.
Yeah, they really are making it look easy like they do at times. But like you referenced earlier, sometimes this Gravity squad, uh, they can get a quick blowout and then come right back and surprise you and completely lose the next game. So we'll have to see. As that early setup looking good for Godfathers, but not this time, as the defense still able to hold strong on Gravity's end. This one sent back in. Bravo popping it up. This one out physics, clearing it down the field. Yokes looking for the shot, and it's going to pinch in the net, and Godfathers with their first lead of the series in game number two.
And a big clear off the back wall from Physics, and just the pace of play was too much for Gravity right there. And a quick transition down the field is going to be a good confidence booster early here for Godfathers.
A nice lead that we'll see for the Godfathers, and now we get to wonder, are they going to be able to hold on? Or will Gravity come fighting back? Scored 4 in the last game. Because now this one sent back up in the middle. Bravo floating towards it, but not going to be able to connect as this one popped back down. Dylan over to the side. Going to clear out as Yokes trying to keep it in, sending it up high. Bravo to the backboard. Able to get the touch off. Good for a teammate in Yor. This one sent back in. Yokes clearing it up and sending it down. Yokes towards the net, looking for another shot, and he has his second, and all of a sudden the Godfathers, they're finding a little offense here.
Yeah, and so far this is the series of the pop-off players right now. Game one, it was Yor, and on the other side for game two, it's the other Y name, it's Yokes, and he is cracking them open right now. Opening minute, 2 goals for Yokes, and this is exactly what you wanted to see from Godfathers after that shellacking of the game one.
Yeah, and to get an early lead, just like you said, exactly what the Godfathers ordered. As now Yokes send up another one. Can he find a third? Potentially this one up in the middle. Physics has an opportunity towards the net. Crossbar down. Perfect placement as he puts it home, and it's 3-0 in favor of the Godfathers.
Yeah, and just Dylan, he was left all alone last back. Not a terrible touch from Bravo, but unfortunately it just dished it straight back out to the middle, and Dylan was just sitting there with his pants down in net. And just an absolute banger crossbar down for the Godfathers, and an early and dominant response from them in this opening minute.
This is what we talked about though, Bagels. Gravity, they have the potential to go up by a lot of goals, but then all of a sudden we see this, and I think that was really Gravity's downfall in last season, in season 4, that they just were so inconsistent with their play.
Yeah, and if they can just clutch up and play the same way all the time as M-Dot flying through the air, almost shutting down that clear attempt, but there they are going with the small ball plays again. Bravo rushing in early as third, and the thing with Gravity, it's very similar to the old Inferno play style that we saw, or excuse me, Nebula Season 2, Season 3 Grand Finals. They love to play so close together, and you're gonna get the first goal to clap back here and start the backwards momentum for him.
Yor, another goal for him. He's just putting on a clinic as he just sends M-Dot into the corner. Ankle breaker there as he puts that one home, and Gravity able to find another one, but it's been all Yor on the offense. We did see a little bit of Dylan on there, who was MVP candidate last season. Great performer there. As they're looking stuck in their end, but gonna find a nice clear now is Physics. Gonna rush to it early. Pop up now, Yokes to the corner. Sending this one in the middle. M. Dot putting it up high, looking to find something here. Can't find the touchdown that he wanted, but it's gonna work out almost. It is gonna work out as it goes off the post from Physics back to Yokes, who has a hat trick of his own.
Yeah, hat trick of his own and 7 shots, and once again, Gravity a little tardy on the challenge. A little bit of an unfortunate goal they gave up to allow Gravity to get back into it, but once again coming right back with a 3-goal disparity in their favor. And game 1 and game 2 are a little bit wild. I'm interested to see how the rest of this series plays out, the way it's going so far.
Yeah, it's looking like a back and forth series already, and if things continue, and be heading into that coveted opening day. Game 5 is a shot coming on the open net there. No rotation, and another goal. I think that might be his 5th already in only 2 games.
Yeah, and one thing that still seems to be a bit of an issue is the past 2 goals for Gravity. Godfather's rotation is still a little bit sus at the moment. And the past 2 goals for Gravity, M.Dot's been last back, and I don't know if he thinks somebody else is behind him, but it seems like these challenges are a little bit half-hearted. Another misplay right here, but luckily Yokes is going to bail him out, and maybe M.Dot just not comfortable being the last man at the moment, but either way, Godfathers are going to have to find a way to keep this 2-goal lead padded.
Only a minute 50 remaining, so Gravity, they're going to have to try to find something quick as the net was open, but M.Dot just a little bit off. Maybe not expecting that one. And can they hold on, or will Gravity be able to fight back here and get that 2-0 series lead in this best of 5? Have an opportunity here, but M.Dot diving in and shutting that one down. Bravo looking to take it out, going to find a nice 50 down the field. Is M.Dot again finding a nice touch, looking to outlet to a teammate, but Dylan just putting it towards net. Physics to the side, looking to stay with it. He finds a touch, but you're right down to Bravo, who's taking the shot, but M.Dot races back as Gravity still looking to send that one in the middle. This is Dylan, but Physics going to clear it out as now he's looking for a play of his own there, but you're able to get up early, and now Bagels only a minute remaining here for Gravity. Gonna have to find 2 goals pretty quickly here if they're gonna want a chance.
Yeah, Physics, if he just had a little bit more boost right there, could have been a solid play, but definitely Gravity are gonna have to start playing with a sense of urgency here. Send the house. Kind of a good opportunity here, but Yor decides to bail out as the pass was a little bit high, and Bravo getting a save on the other end. Here's Dylan to Yor again. And Dylan and Yor connection is just something that cannot be stopped for Gravity. It's just a matter of whether or not they can convert on it.
Yeah, they are a dangerous duo. They're going to have to look for a little bit more of that chemistry here as Bravo and Yor try to find a pinch. Only 20 seconds remaining. They need 2 goals. This one pops up in the middle. Bravo has a shot. It's saved away, but Dylan sent it right back in as they're diving, trying to commit everything they can here. But this one sent to the corner and popped away. Can they find one more quickly here? Doesn't look like it is. Yokes is going to send it down the field, and that is going to do it for game number 2. The Godfathers with a response in this one. A good one to see, and they are going to tie up this series at 1 apiece.
Yeah, and when I said send the house, that's exactly what I wanted to see. Bravo just jumping into Yor's air dribble and almost pinching that one past the final defender, and if Dylan just put the shot a little bit lower, could have gotten a 3rd goal there for Gravity, but once again, they would have had to find another counterattack goal with just over 10 seconds left, and that would have been a tough ask for any team. But good response from Godfathers, primarily Yokes and Physics looked really dominant, but a few times on the defense, M.Dot, he just looked really uncomfortable. Maybe it's the way Yokes and Physics are playing. Maybe he's just not into the rotation right now, but either way, going to have to look at M.Dot here to keep up this momentum for Godfathers. And on the other side for Gravity, I don't really think Gravity played bad. I think Godfathers just kind of stepped up to the table.
Yeah, I think they definitely did, and it was really good to see them, kind of make some things happen in this one. And as we head into the next game here, Bagels, we're gonna have to see who has the answer, as this series knotted up at 1 apiece. A very crucial game 3 on opening day, and we'll have to see what they can do.
Yeah, definitely, as off the kickoff seemed like Godfathers have the pressure, but quickly on the other side. And I haven't seen too much of Bravo here in the series, but he's kind of just been where he needed to be. We did see the double commit pinch at the end of the last game, but still kind of seems like it's the Dylan and Yor show primarily. And here's Bravo now, but getting cut off last back from Yokes, and trying to see, this was the map actually when he pulled off a really good flip reset double tap for us against the Grandmasters last season. Maybe this is his map. He can pull off a great play.
Oh, as he's going to get one there, speak of him, and he shall appear as he's going to finish that one in the back of the net somehow.
Yeah, that was a crazy dunk off the sidewall. Dylan kind of actually missing the shot. I think he wanted to hit that one, but either way, it's going to trickle in. And, you know, speak of Bravo, and he does show up. Not exactly the play I was looking for out of him, but again, that lapse in rotation from Godfathers is punishing them yet again. Not quite sure who was to blame there, but again, off the kickoff, Bravo, there he is.
Wow, you just say something, Bagels. Like I said, he is coming here to play now. Now putting in back-to-back goals. A nice shot, and yeah, no one there from the Godfathers to defend that one, and it's a free shot for him. And a 2-0 lead, looking a lot like game number 1 in the first 50 seconds already.
Yeah, and again off the kickoff, Dylan gonna find this one top left, and I was gonna say on that second goal, it looked like M-Dot had to dodge a bump, but nobody needed to dodge anything here because Dylan slotted this one perfectly.
Yeah, you can't ask for better placement there from Dylan as he sends that one home in a 3-0 lead. The Godfathers really just unable to stop that, and it's this is what we see a lot of times in these best of 5 series. It'd be a lot of back and forth, and looks like it's been a game of runs, if you will, as both these teams have found their high-scoring games. And Gravity already 3 goals here. See if they can hold on and maybe add to it. As Dylan dunked by M-Dot out in the middle. As Yor sending this one down to Yokes, who's going to pop it up high. As Dylan now looking to chase it again. He's going to be bumped in midair as Yokes is going to clear to the side, but Gravity keeping this pressure going. As double commit in the corner, Physics trying to get out to it. Going to send it down. Who's looking for Yokes for the redirect there? It's off the backboard. Follow-up attempt from Physics. Going underneath, and he puts it home. Perfectly placed to give the Godfathers their first of Game 3.
In a great transition, you would have loved to see Yokes hit that shot, but opting for the safe touch off the backboard, and Gravity just weren't ready for that quick transition out of defense from the Godfathers. And again, when the rotation is in order for Godfathers, they can be a dangerous team, as we've seen these first 3 games. But other than that, it's going to have to be the topsy-turvy Gravity at the moment. Is Gravity going to give up a bunch of goals, or are they going to score a bunch of their own? And if Godfathers continue to let this rotation become a problem, it's going to be Gravity's series to lose at the moment.
Still 3 minutes. See if they can fix that, but I definitely agree with you here. The rotation has been the struggle for Godfathers, but you know, Bagels, it's something that's kind of expected here. You know, a long season. Titan has 16 games this season. There's a lot of time to figure it out, and you know, especially coming from an expansion roster here for the Godfathers, you can't really expect it to be, you know, ideal in the first series.
And that is a fair point. All new expansion org, new players, or Yoke's a former player for sure, but M-Dot and Physics coming into the league, fresh players, probably haven't played with each other before. And, you know, props to them so far, because as far as the preseason power rankings go, I believe Gravity was slotted at 2 or 3 for Titan, so a lot of people expecting things out of this Gravity squad, including myself. When I traded Bravo over to them, I had a feeling they'd be a good team, and looking good so far.
Yeah, they are looking good, and we'll have to see what happens here. As I kind of confirmed, they were ranked 2nd in the preseason power rankings. As we have the Godfathers, they drop in at 10, but really the preseason power rankings, they might not mean all that much. As it's a lot about who's been in the league before, so a lot of times you don't really know how good these new players can be. As now only a minute 30 remaining here in Game 3, Gravity holding on to a 3-1 lead. As this one popped up, Yor sending it to the corner. Bravo taking this one up high, sending it down. Bravo looking to make something happen, but he can't find the touches. Dylan gonna try to keep possession, but he's demoed. As Yor sending it right back in, wasting away some precious time. As this one popped up, Dylan towards the backboard, looking for the follow here. He can't find it, but Bravo does find it. A hat trick, and we're just getting hat tricks all over the place, Bagels. That's the 3rd person with a hat trick in only 3 games.
Indeed it is, and I think I'm gonna need to bring back my crystal ball service because I speak of Bravo and he shows up and he had a previous air dribble that was almost pitch perfect to the play he pulled off on this map in playoffs, and I got a big smile on my face, but unfortunately he wasn't able to clutch up as Physics on the kickoff, clapping back for his own, but Bravo just stepping up big here in this game 3.
He definitely is, and that's what we like to see. We were concerned about him. I was actually going to bring it up if you didn't. That I want to see a little bit more from Bravo, being the player that he is. Obviously, a low MMR valued player, but definitely higher in terms of skill there. And so far, he has delivered for this Gravity squad when they needed him here in Game 3. They needed some offense after the last game, and they've definitely found it here. But now they're going to need some defense here. As only 50 seconds remaining, Godfather's going to be putting on the pressure here as Dylan can't find a touch. This one, a little bit of a double commit comes out as they're trying to put on the pressure. Yokes can't connect. His Physics going to have to dive in, pops it up high. Bravo on the backboard, going to find a touch, but it's right out in the middle. This could be dangerous. M dot looking for the shot, but it's right to Yor, who sends it away. And now only 30 seconds remaining. The Godfathers have to find 2, and with the way this series has been going, it looks like we could have another 4-2 margin, and only 15 seconds remaining. Godfather's last hopes here in Game 3 as this one popped up in the middle. A miss comes out from multiple people. Is this one we shot towards the net? It's off the post, and it's not going to go in. Unless they get one right here, they're going to send that one a little bit wide. That is going to do it here for game number 3. Gravity fights back, and they're going to take a 2-1 series lead.
Yeah, and again, that was the same thing we saw in the last game, the 4-2 score margin, and again, a final second opportunity gone awry, this time for Godfathers, and again, the rotation just was a big problem for them early on in the game. Once it came to halftime and the rest of the game, it really looked like the Godfathers stepped up, and once again, I'm looking at the scoreboard right now. Not that scoreboard means everything, but Physics and Yokes again on top, M dot at the bottom, and we saw a big opportunity there for M dot towards the end in the final minute, and he just kind of bounced the shot right at Yor, I think it was, and easy clear for Yor. And they just got to work on these shot placements in this rotation because Gravity, they're vulnerable, but if you let players like Bravo step up, Bravo to clip on you, if Bravo's clipping on you, you better watch out for Dylan and Yor as well.
Yeah, definitely. And, like you said, role players, if the role players or a third man can step up, I mean, presume third man here with the combo of Yor and Dylan. And if you see Bravo stepping up, that's when the Godfathers have to be a little bit nervous. And something you talked about, I'm curious to see what M dot could do. I've heard some good things about M dot. And we haven't really seen much. The only game, game 2 that they won, it was all about Yokes. So in this one, I'm curious to see if M dot or Physics can step up a little bit here as we head into game number 4, a must win for Godfathers here on opening day. And let's see if they can pull it off here.
Yeah, and I've seen M dot quite a few times in ranked, and at least as far as a solo queue player goes, from what I've seen, he can be a good player. His net somewhat open, but Dylan gonna cut off that good air dribble from Yokes. And honestly, if the rotation and M dot can kind of be solidified here on the part of Godfathers, we could easily see them bring it to a game 5 as the topsy-turvy Gravity just might swing in the other direction and allow Godfathers to bounce back in the series.
Let's see, the series has been back and forth. First 3 games with Gravity taking game 1 4-1, and Godfathers 4-2 in game 2, and then Gravity back with a 4-2 of their own in the last game. And now, as we're into game number 4 here, Godfathers on their last life on opening day. This one blocked out in the middle. Yokes trying to connect with it. See a car swap out here from Yokes going back to the Octane. And something about most of these players, Bagels, once you get up this tight level, they can pretty much rock it with any car, but it's always good to get a little bit of a different feel.
Yeah, definitely. Nobody likes the Fennec gang, really. But yeah, definitely. Perhaps Yokes feeling a little bit more confident on the other car as Dylan with a big whiff. But you're trying to clean it up for him. But I mean, yeah, anyone could really use the Dominus. Hell, even the Batmobile, anything really. Even the Gizmo. I'll pull out the Gizmo for the All-Star game. That's what I normally do. The Gizmo Chungus, indeed. But yeah, definitely a little bit of an indicator here for Yokes, but Physics with a big dunk getting stopped out by Bravo right there.
0-0 here. As Yokes is going to send it on an open net, and Dylan, he's jumping. I'm not sure why he was out that
Yeah, I
far.
don't know what that was.
I'm not sure, Bagels.
He kind of just got caught with his pants down. I don't know if he thought Bravo was going to maybe back pass to him, but either way, it kind of just looked like Dylan got the living daylights scared out of him and nobody was back. He just kind of jumped to have some sort of reaction. But again, the back and forth series continue as Godfather's the first to score again.
Godfathers, it's looking, if things keep going the way they have been going, we might be heading to a game 5, but a lot to play for here in this one is still 3 minutes remaining. As Bravo sending this one off to the corner, Dylan gonna boom that one downfield, looking for Bravo, who doesn't have any boost, trying to pre-flip towards it. As Dylan popping it back in, but M-Dot, a missed touch there, and a sniper to the upper right from Yor, perfectly placed again from him as he comes up clutch.
Yeah, and again, just I hate to keep calling him out, but M-Dot, he's time and time again, he's the last player back for Godfathers, and he's just not clutching up for them now. He made the save, but he just kind of dished it straight out back to the middle, and Yor had the whole net to shoot at, and he kind of dished it top right, but again, a big mistake there from Godfathers after getting that early lead.
1-1 game here, 2:30 left to go. Gravity with a 2-1 series lead. Looking for a shot there is Bravo. As it goes off to the side. And a pass back in the middle. Dylan almost finds it. There you see those passing plays, the connections just a little bit off the mark that time. As a double commit comes out, and it somehow is going to work for the moment as a pass comes out from M-Dot to Yokes. But it's still up in the middle. Yor out of the midfield. Bravo backflips there. He might have had the net. Don't know if he had the angle at that point, but a couple of weird mistakes here. And this one going towards the net, but M-Dot can't touch it. Again out of the midfield. As Dylan now popping it up, and a pass down the middle to Yor. A perfect pass from Dylan. And Yor puts another one home.
The last 30 seconds of Rocket League here in Game 4 has just been an absolute scramble. Everyone is struggling to find something. Yokes he even tried to bump M-Dot into the save, maybe. I'm not even sure if they would have made the save either way, but again, just an absolute scramble. We even saw a double commit pinch 50 thing from Gravity, and it ended up working out for him. And they've been able to sustain the pressure here off Godfathers.
Yeah, somehow, some way it's working out. Is Gravity looking for a shot there? Dylan with the angle as he puts it home, and all of a sudden Gravity roaring back with 2 goals.
Yeah, and Yokes had to find a touch right there. Not an easy ask, but he had to try and bail out M-Dot, who was just rotating in the net right there, and you can't even blame M-Dot on that one. Dylan, he had the whole net to shoot at after Yokes ended up missing that one, and now with a 2-goal lead, Gravity just the speedier team at the moment, and we're gonna have to try and find 2 quick counterattacks here.
That's their last hopes here on opening day. Is they're down in this series. It's do or die time. Is they want to start your season off on the right foot, but this one sent down is, oh my goodness, Dylan just bumps Bravo out of the way and steals the goal. What in the world was that?
All 3 players for Gravity were within like 3 feet of each other. They somehow almost didn't convert on this play, but Dylan getting Bravo out of the way, getting the ball off the wall, and getting a third goal lead there for Gravity. And I mean, this has just been an ugly game for, I mean, other than the 1 goal from M-Dot, this is just an ugly game. It's just a scrappy game, and Gravity are coming out on top.
As a demo comes out, speaking of scrappy, is Gravity looking to add to their lead, but only a minute remaining, and more demos are coming out. Bravo onto Yokes, trying to get one more just for security, but a 3-goal margin. It's going to be very tough for Godfathers here, as no one's scored more than 4 goals this entire series. Actually, each team that's won has scored 4 goals in every single game so far. And now only 35 seconds remaining. Godfathers looking to get something here, anything. As Yokes off the backboard, trying to send it to the side. Looking for another pinch as M-Dot trying to take control, but just a little bit too far, as Dylan just messing around with it, and the time really just getting away from him here. Is it could be an opportunity, but Dylan with a nice back pass to Bravo, shut down. But unless they can get one right here from Yokes, he pounds it off the backboard, looking for a shot. M-Dot coming in off the backboard, but that is going to do it there, Bagels. And Gravity, the runners up from last season are going to start out strong with the opening day victory.
Yeah, solid 3-1 in the series right there to start out 1-0 on the season, and Gravity kind of picking up where they left off, a little bit shaky in game 2, allowing Godfathers to get back in the series, but either way, a solid result from them, but a little disappointing in Godfathers. But at the same time, like you were saying, new team, new expansion org, new players. Probably the chemistry isn't there yet. I mean, Dylan and Yor have been playing with each other for I don't know how long, and you slot Bravo in there as a solid third. That's going to be a good team no matter what. But I was honestly really impressed with Physics as the low 1700 MMR player there for Godfathers. It looked like he really stepped up, had a few solid plays, and seemed to work pretty well with Yokes. And I think it just came down to the rotation as a team as a whole. And M. Dot on the defense. I think if they just play a little bit more together, get the rotation, could easily see them making a run in playoffs and even ahead of the play-in tournament. Or excuse me, there's no play-in tournament Titan.
There's not a play-in
I was very
tournament.
adamant about there not being a play-in
No,
tournament
no.
Titan.
Bagel said no,
No
play-in
play-in
tournament.
tournament Titan.
No play-in tournament.
But anyways, they could sneak in as that 6th seed. I think Godfathers could sneak in as that 6th seed if they keep it up.
Yeah, definitely not a bad performance. And, like you said, for opening day, you win some, you lose some. I mean, they performed pretty well against, definite favorite in Gravity here. They talked about second in the preseason power rankings. So a lot of people expecting them to be good and, a great performance from them on this one. But that is going to wrap it up. So congrats to them. Congrats to Gravity on taking the victory. It was a little bit scrappy, but they worked their way through, pulling out the victory, starting out 1-0. So that's going to wrap it up for this matchup. But up next, we are heading to the Challenger League. Amelia and Squirrel are coming on the broadcast here, getting things ready to go. Drakes versus Warriors. A lot of teams, a lot of people touting up the Warriors squad here. And then obviously the Drakes, they are two-time champions in the Challenger League from Season 2 and Season 3. So they are a force to be reckoned with, coming back with some returning players as well. So it should be a good one here. We're going to be heading to a short break, but we'll be coming right back with that one. So stick around. You guys do not want to miss it, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.